What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of She Collects Cards. Today, we'll be talking about digital collectibles, specifically NBA Top Shot. So if you don't know what it is, stay tuned. Let's get this show started. Okay, so I did a previous video about this a couple months ago about what NBA Top Shot is, and I'll link it up here. But long story short, what it is it's the first ever digital collectible asset licensed by the NBA, where you can collect moments of your favorite player or your team's best plays that you can think about and you can remember so vividly in your mind. You can collect that in a digital form in NBA Top Shot's platform, and have your collection, and you can also actually trade your moments with others on their marketplace. So a good reference point would be in sports card world. We do this with physical copies of sports cards that have been manufactured and printed physically, but these are more so digital assets under the whole NFT, non-fungible token umbrella. And if you haven't heard, NBA Top Shot had seen a crazy boom and growth in Q1 of this year, not only in the values of these moments skyrocketing from $20 to $200 for the same moment, but also in terms of user growth. I mean, it's incredible to know that over 500,000 individual collector has purchased a moment or opened a pack on the NBA Top Shot platform. So the addressable market is definitely huge, and I feel like it's just the tip of the iceberg, as they really haven't done much of an expansion work, whether it's by different products or globalization of their audience. So I feel like Dapper Labs, which is the creator of the NBA Top Shot moments, are doing a fantastic job of bringing this interesting, unique product to potential collectors in the world. So specifically in today's video, I want to address this one very specific improvement that they have made, which has been very impressive, that they have been able to do some A/B testing on this and roll it out, to all their user base in order to improve, the user experience of the platform. And, this improvement really, proves to me that they are constantly thinking about how do we make the user journey better? How do we make the user engagement, continue to be sticky? So I think that's, from a business perspective, they're doing the right thing. And, as they figure things out, and remember, they're still in beta state, meaning that they're not completely GA in their own terms. I think it's very important to remember that they may, be continuing to make mistakes along the way, but also I think how they're responding to those mistakes and, really improving is going to be the key going forward in terms of, is this, platform going to be in mainstream, or would it be sort of a niche product for, 500,000 people? So one of the biggest pain points that I have experienced and heard around NBA Top Shot is that it was basically near impossible to get a pack. I think there was a time period when consecutively I couldn't get my hands on a pack for 4 to 5 times that a pack was dropped, including all tiers of packs. So that was definitely frustrating, and the competition kept getting steeper and steeper, where I believe at one point it was almost like 1 to 50,000 people, and it was definitely disappointing and frustrating. And so in order to kind of make this process a little bit better, especially for those who have been on the platform longer than the others, what they have rolled out is called a collector's score. So what a collector's score is that every time you purchase or transact a moment on their platform, you're given, in addition to the moment, a collector's score value to that. And of course, as you can imagine, the more rare the moment is, the sort of more collector's score added to your tally. So in a sense, what they're doing is building thresholds into when a collector can be eligible to participate in a pack drop and be selected as the lucky winners. It's still competitive, I would say, but it's definitely less now that they have started to kind of test out at what threshold of collector score should you be able to participate in, for example, a rare pack drop or a legendary pack drop, right? So I think that really, made things a little bit more systematic in terms of the process, but also weeded out, in my opinion, those people who were entering for the first or the second time and really didn't have the intention to keep growing their collection, but more so that they can win a pack and then open the pack and sell those moments immediately for what we would call a quick cash. And while that's not a terrible thing, that's also a a methodology of making money. I wouldn't call it really a collection per se, and so it definitely weeds that crowd out. So two key things that, in my opinion, that introducing collector score onto the platform really solved is, one, making higher end packs be available first to the collectors and perhaps not those who really want to come in for a quick cash. And I think that's really important for the longevity of the platform and the viability of the company as well, is that you don't just want new user growth, but you also want a sustained, if not growing, existing user base, and they are continuing to come back, whether it's daily or weekly, and that you have a consistent and healthy MAUs, we call, so monthly active users, from the existing space as well. So they are, hopefully seeing some positive impact from that. And the second, key thing that the collector scores is doing well is, any gamers out there, I mean, this is very similar to, I think, how some of the online games operate, is that you kind of assign a tier to the individual player, in this case collector, and kind of give them a ranking in the system and gamify and bring in this spirit of competition, so that you're kind of, whether it's competing against your friends or peers to have a higher collector score and be proud of that and continuing to build on your collection, not necessarily just to collect your favorite players, but also the fact that you can kind of share your score with others and see where you are in that kind of range is also very fun, in my opinion. So that's my take on the big improvement that I feel like NBA Top Shot has made so far. And to conclude the video, I want to walk you through live. I mean, I'm recording this, but right now, going through NBA Top Shot's marketplace and see if there's any good deals on players that I like and their moments, and see if I can buy them right away as we're discussing. So follow me to my computer here. So I'm on NBA Top Shot's website. I want to see if they have, some of the moments that I've been eyeing, and see what those prices are. So I'm going to go to Marketplace here, and look for potentially, let's first look at LeBron James. He's one of my favorite players. I'm going to sort it by, and I don't know if you guys do this, but just ascending of lowest asking. So I look at the cheapest to most expensive. And yeah, you might be surprised you can actually buy a LeBron James's moment for $19. This is a common moment, which is, sort of the most common moment out there. But you can see that from the 2021 playoff, LeBron's dunk is going for $72. Let's check this one out. It was against the Suns. I remember this one so well. Yeah, it's definitely painful to not see the Lakers play right now in the playoffs, but this dunk was quite crazy. So this is just a I think a common moment, and it's going for $72. It's out of 12,000, so that means there's 12,000 of them out there. The lowest asking right now, $72, like I said. Let's look at the recent history sales. Yeah, so something about Top Shot is that the lower the serial number, they're actually more expensive, and I think that's just like sort of the tradition or the culture that was set. But I don't really care, as long as it's a good deal, I want to go buy it. So yeah, it seems like $72 may not be such a bad deal, given like sort of the latest sales in end of June. So let me come back to this one. I'm gonna copy the moment and paste it onto another site here, another tab. Go back to our original, and let me also look for another player that I'm interested in. I only want to spend money on one player today, so that's why I need to kind of do some research. So again, Steph Curry, one of the best out there. See, you can get a $9 common moment of Steph Curry's. So I'm gonna again go and filter by ascending, lowest ask. And you can obviously filter by many different things here, like by sets or series or the tier. Like I said, there's actually 4: common, rare, legendary, and ultimate. And as it goes down the list, it gets more expensive and more rare, obviously, by the names. Okay, so there's a layup Cold Cats, which is a kind of like a special pack drop that they had. Let's see, so this was him doing the layup. Not like super unique. You've seen Steph do that before, so I'm gonna pass on that one, even though it's pretty cool to own like a Cool Cats pack. Let's see, 3-pointer. Actually, I remember this one. I wonder if this is the 3-point play where he turns around and shoots. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Oh wow, this one's quite expensive. But I don't know if you guys remember this. This is from the All-Star game where he just did this really like goofy thing where he did a 3-pointer and then just turned around and just looked at the crowd. I mean, that's how confident he was. Let's look at the recent sales for this. So this was lowest asking is $374. Let's see, view complete sale, 380, 380, 420. It's not too bad. I think that's pretty in line with where this should be priced, I think. Okay, so I'm really torn now. So I'm now debating between, do I go for this LeBron's common moment dunk from the playoffs this year, or do I go for this 3-point all-star out of 2021, so a much rarer moment. I believe this one is it's a rare moment too, huh? So what do you guys think? I mean, I really like this one. Let's see, and it is like a special thing too here. I'm torn. Let's see. So I think I'm gonna go with, oh man, I'm like on the spot now. So this is like 6 times more rare than Steph Curry's or than LeBron James. You know what? I'm gonna be cheap. I'm gonna go with LeBron James. So let's see what the buying process looks like. So what I do is, so this is serial 5739. I select that, $71. You're not guaranteed that you'll get it because obviously it's so cheap. I'm sure there are many other people looking at it at the same time. So I'm gonna click buy for $71. Processing your order. Let's see if I got it. All right, transaction is completed. I have bought a LeBron James 2021, our only game that we had, or only series that we had this year, unfortunately, for the Lakers. But anyways, you've seen how it works. I've just been slowly collecting some here and there of key players that I like, and especially key moments that I remember in my head. I wish I could buy that Steph Curry's 3-point and then the look back to the crowd, but maybe the prices will go down, then maybe I'll reconsider. Otherwise, I can probably go find other Steph Curry moments to buy. But yeah, just slowly building it up. If you guys have any questions about NBA Top Shot, feel free to shoot me a DM. And I'll also leave the link below to try out NBA Top Shot for the first time or the second time for you guys. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. That was awesome.